Well, we'll start the meeting. Welcome to the Monday, March the 16th meeting of the Montpelier Design Review Committee. I will since everyone is on the phone, I guess, through the conference call, I will let everyone introduce themselves.
Eric.
Martha Smirsky.
Liz Pritchett.
When I got here, I cleaned everything, like sanitized it all. So I don't know if
Are you there, Hannah?
something with this. So this is the.
Uh-oh. I think we lost Hannah.
Yes, sorry. Nope, I'm here. Hannah Smith.
Oh, okay.
Meredith Crandall, staff.
So we do have a quorum, so we can move ahead. Do I hear a motion from someone to approve the agenda?
Eric moves.
Hannah second.
Do I hear? Okay. All in favor of approving the agenda, speak
Aye.
one by one. I approve, Stephen Everett.
Eric.
I approve, Martha.
Right, but that's
I
not
approve,
what she
Liz.
said. That's not it. For some reason.
I
it's
approve,
not
Hannah.
when it's not seeing this.
Okay. We'll move forward to the applicants. We will skip 89 Main Street, the Skinny Pancake, since no one is there. We'll move to 7 Main Street, Carmelo Properties, Sharon Wen for a new sign. Is Sharon there?
No, this is John Miller. I'm representing her.
If you need to, 'cause we
Okay.
walked in through here.
Thank you, John. Describe your sign.
Yes, it's very simple. It's a digital print of her identification graphic, which includes a graphic of the state of Vermont with an interesting border that is to read as a 7. It's a 7th generation Vermont logo. I'd never seen it before, but I guess that's part of her identification. And those, the trim is in green. The lettering is black. It's got a fade of a tan background. The picture you have, it printed kind of green, but there's also a picture showing both signs on the wall that's closer to the color, but not a very good print either. But it looks like the larger print, but instead of the only green is in the graphics, and the background is a tan. And then to bring it up a little, we put a anodized wheat colored, about a 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch aluminum anodized frame around it, which brings the whole thing to about 3/4 of an inch thick, 14 inches by 24 inches. Quite small and balances nicely with the one on the other side of the doorway, which we also did. Finish is matte.
And how's it being fastened to the wall?
Behind the sign, there will be some studs that attach to the frame that will go into mortar joints. We'll be covering some nasty holes that are already there, but we won't be making any new ones.
Good. Thank you.
Sounds good.
And where is 7 Main Street?
I can't hear that.
7 Main Street is the address, is that right?
7 Main Street.
Yes, it's the Depot building.
Okay. Which building is it?
The Depot building. It's the stairs right on Main, next to Sarducci's.
And across from
For
the
the-
Shaws.
Oh, okay.
Citizens
Oh,
Bank.
yes. Okay. Yes,
Citizens
okay.
Bank is in there, and then Sharon's on the 2nd floor, so the doorway kind of brackets the stairwell.
Yes, okay. I know where it is, yeah. Thank you.
Is this what we're watching now? Okay.
Well, this is Martha. I have no problems with the sign. It looks pretty well balanced, too, with what is already there.
Same
Yes,
here
thank-
as there.
I agree as well. This is Stephen.
Yes, I think the only challenge is making it look good on brick, which I think it does. I think the frame sets it off nicely.
Yes, it looks very nice. Meredith,
Yes.
do we need to read through any of the criteria on any of these?
I mean, everybody sort of knows what the criteria are. I can read through them if you want, because you don't have a copy of the recommendation form.
That's okay. I think we're familiar with it.
Okay.
If we had any issues, we could bring up one of the criteria if need be, but in this particular case, I don't think we need to unless anybody else would like to.
Nope, I don't
Okay.
want to do anything.
No. No, I'm good. Nope.
Me too.
Okay,
Okay, so what I think we might be doing, I know it's a little weird, what I might do since we don't have any, it sounds like there's no recommendations or optional changes or anything, I'll fill out the acceptable and not applicable, since things like lighting and landscaping clearly are not applicable here. I'll fill those
Right.
out on the sheet and then send an electronic copy via email so that Steve can sign it and the applicant can sign it and then get it back to our office.
okay, that sounds good.
Perfect.
Do we want to bring this to a vote?
I think that's good.
Okay. All in favor, speak your names.
This
Eric
is Martha.
says
I
aye.
say yes.
Hannah. Liz.
Stephen? So it sounds like we have five in favor.
Yes. Got it.
Okay, do you need anything else?
I don't need anything else. I think we're good. I think that solves that one, and I'll send around the paperwork tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds good.
So John, that'll be an administrative permit, but we'll need your signature on the recommendation form first, but we can take that, you can sign it and then scan it back to us.
Perfect. Thank you all much.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
And I feel like I'm living in the future.
Thank you for participating.
Glad you could do it. Glad you could make this work. Thanks.
Well, good. Thank you again. Unless anybody has anything else, we can move to the next application for 58 Berry Street.
So do we have, who is here for that? I think Beth?
This is for National Life. This
Yes.
is for the Duga cupboard. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, community covered.
Wonderful.
In front of the building at
Yep.
Berry Street.
Yes. Actually, this is Beth Rusnock and Jess Russo. We're both on the line from National
Hello.
Life.
Beth, would you spell your last name?
Sure. It's RUS as in Sam, N as in Nancy, OCK. And I apologize. I'm in the car, so forgive my connection.
No, that's okay. And who else is there?
Jessica Russo.
Meredith, did you get that, both of those?
I did. Thank you.
Okay. And describe, either of you can describe your placement of the community cupboard under the pergola.
Certainly. So this is Beth. Again, we really appreciate you looking at this at such short notice. The Duga cupboard will be placed right under the pergola as people are walking into the Montpelier Senior Activity Center at 58 Berry Street for easy access. We've been working with Arnie McMullen on this.
Is this going to be fastened down?
Yes. So where it will be is it will actually sit on very small footings, about one inch. It will be fastened down to fasten against the pergola itself, so it will be stable. The Duga cupboard, the doors are plexiglass, so they're not glass, and it's created of wood. I believe that you have an image of what it will look like.
Yep.
So it will actually sit on part of one of the benches right now as folks are going into the Senior Activity Center. And again, it will be fastened to the pergola itself for stability.
And easy to remove, right?
Yes, yeah, yep.
How big is it?
So
I don't have
the
the-
dimensions
sorry.
are, sorry, this is Jess. So the
No.
dimensions are, it's approximately 13 and a half wide and 32 to 33 height. That's the actual side of the cupboard.
I'm sorry, did you say 13 and a half? Do you mean deep? It looks much wider than
Wide?
13 and a half inches wide. Sorry, this is Meredith.
Yeah.
So it's taller than it is wide?
It was, it's 13 and a half.
That would be
Yeah, but
the
which
depth
way?
of the cabinet. It looks like it should be about 42 inches wide and 30 inches high by 13 deep.
So it is going to be wider than it is tall, if that was your question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, and then it's deep enough so that it can hold non-perishable items, and so, things like diapers and hygiene products.
I'm not sure if anyone else has.
The other question is, I think it might look better if you centered it on the post.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
It looks
that's
like
no
it's
problem.
hanging out over the end, and then people could sit down on either side of it, I think.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
idea. That's easy enough to do. Sure.
And you can still fasten it to the post in the back.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much an agreement. I would also encourage you to use the darkest green on the cupboard. I know you want it to be noticeable, but I think it would look nice if the green were as dark as possible.
Okay.
Also, you're on the street, so the darker the color you make it, the less it'll show dirt and dust from traffic going by on the street.
Mm-hmm.
This is
That's a
Eric.
good point.
Yeah.
There's a darker green below on the pergola. You could match that.
We were actually going to use our corporate color, our green, which is a little bit lighter. I don't have the PMS, which we're happy to share with you, but if you prefer that it be a darker green, that's no problem.
You're not. Are you putting a corporate logo or a list of people anywhere on it?
Yeah, so we actually have a signage on the front of the cupboard just so people can see what the actual cupboard is, which states Do Good Cupboard. And then by the handles of the door, it has a message that says, take what you need, leave what you can. And then on the side of the cupboard, so it's visible to all, we want to put Do Good Cupboard. This cupboard is a gift to the community from National Life Group in partnership with the City of Montpelier, Allen Lumber, and St. Peter's Feed the Children, Heart and Soul Ministry.
And what color are the
It
letters?
gives acknowledgement to everybody that had helped participate with the cupboard.
And what color will the letters be? Black?
The letters right now are white.
Doesn't
that
make
way
any
they'll-
difference. It's just we ought to establish it, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, we were just thinking white, so it would stand out on the green.
It may be your corporate color, but I would encourage you to go a couple of shades darker on the green. Again, just to make it a little more attractive, again, considering the location and the traffic and the dust that's generated.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any suggestions or questions?
Eric's done.
Steve is done.
Just for,
Liz is done.
okay, this is just Meredith. I just want to make sure when I'm filling these out, are the centering and the darker green recommendations or optional changes?
I would say it's recommendations. I think it'll look sharper.
Okay. Both with where it's centered and the darker color. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so I think maybe it's, if nobody else has anything to say, maybe it's a a motion for approval, or with those
Eric
recommendations?
moves.
Yes. Let's have a vote. Stephen says yes.
Eric says yes.
This is Martha. I am really impressed by National Life's contributions to the community, but I just can't say yes. I'm going to say no.
Okay. Liz?
Liz says yes.
Hannah says yes.
Okay, then the vote is 4-1, so it passes.
Okay. Just Martha, just for
Yeah?
your no, was your no under any of the evaluation criteria? So we have preservation or reconstruction of appropriate historic style, harmony of exterior design with other properties in the district, compatibility of
I just-
materials.
Not specifically, Meredith. I can't think of a specific category. It just doesn't seem to me to be something that blends in with that area.
Okay, so maybe incompatible designs, buildings, color schemes, or exterior materials, if we go with incompatible design, something along those lines?
Something along those lines.
Okay, and the harmony of exterior design with other properties, maybe those 2 and 5. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, I'll fill out the recommendations, and then circulate the form for Steve's signature and Beth's.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it again.
And again, unless there's anything else, we can move forward to the next application for 27 Langdon Street.
So Javier, are you there?
Yes. Yes. Hello.
Fabulous. So Javier, you've been here before, but maybe just describe what you're here for now that we've got an official application.
Got you. Hi, everybody. My name is Javier Jimenez, and I'm one of the co-owners of Bookspieler Records at 27 Langdon Street. I'm one of the second owners, and I'm here for design review for a new signage and an altered bracket.
This is Eric. Is the bracket in pretty good condition?
The bracket is in pretty good condition.
Are you going to paint it or anything?
The bracket, it was not. It wasn't. I got no counsel or recommendations to paint it, and it's honest. This is the first time it's come up as an option or consideration. But I think it's black. It doesn't seem like it's oxidized at all.
Deborah, this is Martha. I remember you coming in before, and we had discussed
Yes.
about whether or not you might shorten that pole. Is that part of your
Yes.
plan?
Yes.
Okay. By how much?
What's legal, which is essentially, I believe, 2 feet in, so it's
Okay.
the left sign is within 3 feet from the wall.
Yeah, Martha, if you look to at the next to the last page in the application packet, and
Yep.
it's the last part of this application, you can see where the bracket
Yep.
is cut back. So it's actually behind where the record sticks out from the sign. So that shows where the bracket's going to be cut to, is my understanding. Is that
Oh,
right,
yeah,
Javier?
Correct.
Okay, I see
Yeah, page 7, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yep. Thanks, Martis.
Does anyone on the committee have any questions or recommendations?
Nope. Nope.
No, Eric thinks it's fine. A nice looking sign, actually.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any comments? So again,
Nope.
you're using the existing bracket. It's just being shortened and mounting a new sign.
Correct.
Unless anybody else has anything to offer, we can actually vote on this one. Again, knowing what the criteria are, it seems to fit in almost every category.
Eric says aye.
I'm sorry, Eric, go ahead.
Aye.
Okay. I vote yes as well.
This is Martha. I vote yes.
And Liz, yes.
Hannah votes yes.
Okay, the sign is
Yes.
approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Javier, just like with everybody else, we'll get you a copy of the form, and you'll just need to sign it, get it back to us, and then we'll issue the permit.
Okay. Thank you, Meredith, and thank you for everybody for making this happen under all of what's out there in the world. I appreciate everybody's time and willingness.
You're most
Thank
welcome.
you very much for participating.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Steve, this is Meredith. Would you
Yes.
Would you be willing to hang on for a minute while I try and reach the applicant for the skinny pancake application?
Sure.
Okay,
we
I'm gonna
can.
go give them a call and see if I can get them to call in. I'll be right back.
It's 6 o'clock if you want to change to 10:03. I can't hear it, but I want you to know it's 6 o'clock.
reach him on the phone. And I don't really, unless people are willing to hang around while I try and email him and reach him that way, then I don't know if it makes sense to do that.
I don't really want to do that, but I'm. This is a preview. I'm going to have a hard time voting for that.
That is going to be a tough one. I know that they say there's no other viable alternative, but there's got to be some other way to keep that off the face of that building.
Yeah.
But in any case, we can table that till the next meeting.
Okay, so you saw the very last thing in that application is a plan to have it painted. The last items on there.
Yes.
And so that is the color scheme. Sorry, I can't remember the artist's name. She's been doing all of the mural work, like up in Burlington.
Uh-huh.
And so this was that kind of geometric multicolor scheme going on the ductwork was their idea for what they could do to make it more of a public art piece.
You mean on the outside?
Yes, so the new ductwork that would go up the side of the building, right, that they've got drawn in,
Yeah.
would have the something along the lines of the geometric artwork that you see in the last part of that application package, where it's shown on the inside, with the multicolors, and it looks mostly triangles. That would be painted on the outside of the ductwork.
I'm going to have a hard time with that. With anything that obvious on the outside of a building, even if it's not the greatest building in the world.
I'm not sure it adds anything to the dignity of the building.
Or the downtown.
Or the downtown.
I agree. This is Liz. I agree too, and also if the guy doesn't show up for the meeting, yeah.
Yep. No.
So we can either table it or we can vote on it.
I think we should do. My thought was we've done kind of a straw comment, and Meredith could relay that, because as far as I can see from what people said, there's almost no point in coming to the meeting.
Yeah. He may be thinking that.
Or based on what's presented without somebody present, we could actually vote on it. And it sounds like the vote would be a no anyway. We've heard at least 4 people say they wouldn't approve it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and bring it to a vote then? Eric has said no. I'll say no. How about
This is
Martha, Liz, and Hannah?
Liz says no.
This is Hannah. I guess I wouldn't say yes without having a better idea of the geometric design that they presented just seems like sort of a hypothetical. So I wouldn't vote yes without having a better idea of what they're really planning to do.
It's really tough that they do the crossover, and that makes it way worse. I don't know. That
unfortunately is a function of the building. The fact that the windows on the 3rd and 2nd floor never lined up.
Right, but I think it would set a terrible precedent.
We voted for some on the back of a building that only faced a parking lot, but to face the main street in town, which is a gateway entrance, is a tough call.
Huge difference. Well, Steve, I would disagree. It's not too tough a call, but I could vote for it.
So as it stands, the vote is 4-1 against.
Or
Yeah.
Okay, Hannah, would you say, was there any yeses, or was Hannah's an abstaining or a no?
Well, mine's currently a no. I wouldn't vote yes today. So I guess by default I'm voting no. I'm not going to abstain.
Okay.
I
So we
think they
can vote
should make,
no on the, we can vote no on the proposal presented today, and they're willing to come back if they can find an alternative.
I would suggest a round tube that snuck up the side of the building, created like a big snake.
Are you serious, Eric, or not?
No.
Sometimes it's hard to tell just by tone of voice.
Well, that's why these meetings where you can't see each other is sometimes a little difficult.
Okay, so we'll leave the vote as stands. Again, based on your interpretation, is either a 5-0 or a 4-1. Either way, it's not approved
Yep.
as presented.
Okay. Thank you all. Meeting minutes is what's next.
I'll move them.
And I'll leave that to Eric since I wasn't present at that meeting.
I will move the minutes.
Oh, do we actually have a quorum?
I
for
second
this?
it.
Oh, we do. Awesome. Sorry,
Eric,
who,
Hannah, and Martha, and Liz.
yeah, who seconded?
I second it.
Is that Liz?
No, I don't have a copy of the minutes in front of me, so I can't really vote.
Okay, so that
It was me, Martha.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So I've got a motion, got a move. So Eric, Martha, Hannah, are there any nays? All right,
Nope, they look good to me. This is Hannah.
awesome.
Martha, they look good.
Thank you.
Before we sign off, I want to thank Meredith and whoever else to set this up. It really worked pretty well. I particularly like getting the application via email.
Okay.
Yes, that was nice to have that ahead of time.
Okay. Well, we will be working moving forward, even when we can meet in person, on doing that more often.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that's good. And I just heard on the TV that this is likely to go on until August.
So Meredith, what's going on in terms of future meetings?
Well, right now we don't have any applications for design review or development review board, and the city has, and by planning director and everybody else, even if we had applications, we're not holding any hearings through the month of April.
Okay.
And it's going to be reevaluating as time goes forward. We'll be in touch. We'll keep everybody updated. We are moving towards, especially for design review committee, having more online meetings. So even if things are difficult in a month or so, we might be able to have a Zoom meeting where you all log in on your computers and we can see each other and share a screen so that everybody can look at the application and even change control over who has it if somebody wants to talk about something in particular. So we're gonna do our best and try and make business happen, even if we can't all get together in the same room.
I've done that for a while. It's great. Can I move adjournment?
We don't have any.
One last quick question. There was nothing for 100 Main Street, the informal review?
Correct. They had to cancel at the last minute.
Okay. Good. Then do we hear a motion for adjournment?
Eric does.
I move to adjourn.
Okay, all in favor, Steve is in favor.
Martha's
Liz
in
is
favor.
Hannah's in favor.
Eric's in favor, obviously.
Okay, then meeting is adjourned.
Thank
Thanks,
you all.
Steve.